Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanora Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Tvameva Mata Cha Pitatvameva Tvameva Bandhusya Sakhatvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravidam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Amadeva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Gurudeva Deva. Hari Om. We are doing the 18th chapter of Ashtavakra Gita, where sage Ashtavakra is defining or describing the state of mind of a Jivan Mukta or a realized soul. Essentially, similar to response to Arjuna's question, Sita Prajnasya ka bhasha samadhistasya keshava sitadhistim kamasheta. So what is the mode of operation of a realized soul? So this is essentially the Krishna describes Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan atmani eva atmanatushtaha. He is reveling in himself by himself, because the self that he revels, Atmani, is infinite nature. So therefore, Prajahati yada kaman, all desires are gone. Sarvan partha manogatan. So therefore, he has nothing, he is one without a second. So therefore, with that understanding, all other things can be understood, because now whether the body, mind, intellect is in the Swarajyam, that means either in the heavens or heavenly pleasures and so on, or Bhauksha Vrittau, or depending or begging on the streets. So that depends upon the prarabdha karma. It's nothing to do with his effort. So whatever he gets will be experienced depending on the prarabdha. So a small story where Swami Chinmayanji used to wear very silk type of kashaya vastram, very glittering type, not glittering, very silkish, and one the bhikshu in the Rishikesh wanted to wear that all similar to that, because his was some regular kashaya which is cloth which is getting torn. So he went to Swamiji and asked for that type of dress. Swamiji gave him one, and he started wearing that and going around, and police saw that, and they arrested him. Why? Because he cannot have a dress like that, and thinking that he must have stolen the dress somewhere. So he said, I got it from Swami Chinmayanji, so they wanted to make sure, so they brought him. So Swamiji said, laughed and said, yes, I gave it to him. So people don't believe unless you are having same thing before. So whatever the prarabdha brings in, you have to experience that. So whatever that, whether it's a Swarajyam or you have to maintain the body, mind, intellect, that is by begging, that depends on the past prarabdha of the BMI, the body, mind, intellect, which is the product of the prarabdha. So until the prarabdha is over, the body, mind, intellect will go on, even though the sage, the one who is living there, has already gone. Who is there is only body, mind, intellect being maintained by the king, the God, because Ishvara is a product of the Ishvara only, because it's a product of the action and result of the action, and the result of the action is given by the Lord. So it is actually from the Lord. So whatever Lord gives, he experiences. So the body may have problems, mental problems, all sorts, or physical problems, and just as the Ramakrishna Paramahamsa had a throat cancer, and Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi had a problem with the hand, and all these problems belong to the body, mind, intellect, but the sage who is living there does not have any problem, because he understood, I am not this body, mind, intellect, I am the Brahman who is all-pervading reality. So with that understanding, all the slokas in this chapter will be will be clear. If you say now it is from the Brahman point, then none of the transactional world has any meaning, even though transactional world that a particular body, my intellect is living due to prarabdha. So we'll do Sloka 12 now. Kva dharmaha kva cha va kamaha, kva dharmaha kva cha va kamaha, kva chara kva vivekita, kva chara kva vivekita, idam krutam idam neti, idam krutam idam neti, dvandvair muktasya yoginaha, dvandvair muktasya yoginaha. Together, kva dharmaha kva cha va kayaha kamaha, kva chara kva vivekita, idam krutam idam neti, dvandvair muktasya yoginaha, kva dharmaha kva cha va kamaha. So these are the dharma, artha, kama, moksha. These are called purusharthas. So dharma and kama is specified here. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha, all four purusharthas. That means those are to be gained by a jiva by living in this world. And what is dharma for him? What is desire? So kwa means there is no dharma or there is no desire. So does that mean that the sage is going to do adharmic action? Sage does not do any adharmic action because he doesn't act at all. So any action is done by who? By one who has realized what? Aham Brahmasmi. That means I am Brahman. So from then on, it is Brahman only. Not only he realized, scripture says, Brahmavid Brahmaiva bhavati. Knower of Brahman becomes Brahman. That means he has become Brahman. So now who is using the body, mind, intellect? It is the Brahman only. So Brahman, even for others also Brahman is using. But people think that I am using it, and therefore kartrutva bhavam is there for others, for ajnanis, but he doesn't have a kartrutva bhavam. So it is the body, mind, intellect is maintained by the Ishvara, and it will go through whatever the assigned the results of the action. So it doesn't do any dharma, or dharma is not what dharma, but it doesn't do adharma. Why? It is governed by Ishvara, number one. Ishvara is operating through that body, my intellect. So whatever Ishvara does only all the time dharma, therefore he follows dharma automatically, number one. The second is he follows dharma because as a jiva he has gone through the dharmic route to evolve to this stage. So the body, mind, intellect have gone through the discipline of following rules and regulations, which are by following them the mind gets least agitated in the process. If I do what need to be done, the mind is free. If I don't do what need to be done, so if I have to pay taxes on time, if I don't pay, then it is an adharmic. That means I am violating the law of the local laws, and therefore I am accountable for punishment. And if I do something else to avoid the punishment, there is one more sin involved, and all those things become built up. Therefore all becomes adharmic way. Whereas a realized soul has no interest of any of these things. Since he has realized that Aham Brahmasmi, it is the Brahman that is doing, that is Ishvara in the form of that particular jiva is operating. So Ishvara always does dharma because he resides in dharma. So therefore, that's what Krishna says that for establishing dharma is born as different avatars also. So kva dharmaha kva cha kamaha. So what are the purusharthas for him? There is nothing to gain anything. So therefore he doesn't have to follow any dharma, even though by nature he follows the dharma. And he doesn't have the kama, the illegal desires there, because as a part of the discipline he has followed the dharmic path. So kama is also within the dharma. So dharma, artha, kama, earning wealth as well as kama are bounded by dharma on one side with the moksha. That's what purusharthas are. So no dharma, no kama, that means no purusharthas at all, no something to gain. Kvacha artha. So artha is also specified here, dharma, artha. Qua vivekata. So what is vivekata? What is the intelligent way of living and all that? Vivekata here is the intelligent transactions in the world. What is that? He doesn't have any need for it also. Idam krutam idam neti. This has to be done and that should not be done. So the do's and don'ts do not apply to him. Even though he may follow, he may do only do's and not don'ts. Because he for as a part of the training of the mind and intellect in the path of evolution, he was following that and it continues to follow. Therefore, idam krutam idam neti. This is to be done and that's not to be done is that krutam, akrutam, these are called opposites. So the yoginaha dvandvaihi muktasya. So he got liberated from all the dvandvas. That means sitam, ushnam, sukham, dukkham, manam, apamanam. So doesn't mean that he doesn't feel cold. He doesn't feel the cold. The body may will feel cold. So therefore, the Lord will protect the body, my intellect, so that the body will continue to experience other. Why Lord has to protect? Because Lord knows that this body, my intellect, is useful for educating others who need a particular type of teacher. So it is the Lord that is really maintaining, and the Lord, it takes though ananyas chintayanto mae janah paryupasate tesham the yoga yuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. So I will take care of their yoga and kshema. Why? Once who have surrendered to me, surrender means there is no more ahankara, ego there. He has transcended. This part is surrendered. That means I am, this is surrendered, and I am Brahman is recognition. That is really a real surrender. Saranagati is where I surrender all my wrong notions and recognize that I am the totality itself. That's a pinnacle of Saranagati. So essentially, there is no rules. All dvandvaihi muktasya yoginaha. So yoginaha, the one who has realized, is muktaha, is liberated from all pairs of opposite, and therefore his body, my intellect, from his point there is no suffering. From the other point, they say he feels tired, the body, mind, and intellect needs rest, the body, mind, intellect needs to eat. All other things of transactional level will go on, but it is governed by, indirectly by the Ishvara himself. We'll do sloka 13. Krutyam kimapi naivasti, krutyam kimapi naivasti, nakapi hrudi ranjana, nakapi hrudi ranjana, yatha jivana yo veha, yaha iva. So yatho jivana yo veha, jivan muktasya yoginaha, Jivan muktasya yoginaha. Together, krutyam kimapi naivasti, nakapi hrudi ranjana, yatha jivanam yo veha, jivan muktasya yoginaha. So jivan muktasya yoginaha, for one who has recognized or realized in this life itself, while living in the body, my intellect, he has realized that I am not the body, my intellect, aham brahmasmi. One who has realized that, called Jivan Muktaha. While living, he has get liberated himself. And for him, Krutyam Kimapi Naivasti. So there is nothing do's and for him. He has to do this, he has to do this. For others, we say he has to get up in the morning, start taking bath, and he has to meditate on this, and he has to do the puja and vidhi. All other prescriptions are based on the ashrama and based on these whether grahastha or a sannyasa, there are do's and don'ts are there. For him, krutyam kimapi naiva asti. There is no whatsoever there is no duties involved. Abhi asti. Na ka abhi hrudi ranjana. And there is no emotional attachments at all for him. So even though a particular disciples are favorite disciples and all that, he doesn't have anything. He's ready to drop everything, and that's what I observed in the life of Swamiji. He used to go, and in every locality there are always some people who think they are special people because Swamiji loves them so much. So Swamiji may love them so much, and he reciprocates the love of that. But at the same time, he has no attachments, because next level he forgets all these people and he moves to different people. So one day I asked, when I was driving him, I was asking him, how does he do that? He remembers names of so many people. Everywhere he remembers the names. And how does he remember? And he said, "You be in my shoes, you will know it." So it's a spontaneously comes automatically, because wherever he is associating with them completely without any perturbations in the mind. So krutyam kimapi daivasti. So na hrudiranjana, there are no attachments anywhere. People feel that they are attached to him, and some people try to bind him. So if you go to some of the close disciples, oh, Swamiji likes this, Swamiji doesn't do it, don't do that. All those restrictions are done by the disciples. Swamiji is ready to do whatever required by the disciples only. So kapi hrudi ranjana yatha jivana me veha yatha jivanam, whatever this jivanam. So his actions are whatever that is destined, yatha jivanam, whatever the life is destined for him, they will prolong with it. So they have no pertaining to personal life, whatever in this world. There is no particular do's and don'ts, but whatever that comes, they accept it as a part of the law of nature. So it is nothing. Personally, they have lost all interest in this one, because they are reveling in the totality. So the sage taking any work that turns up like any other kind of life that is available to him, he neither seeks nor avoids. Therefore, whatever he does will be for the loka kalyanam only, for the benefit of the totality. Loka kalyana means that which benefits Brahman. Brahman is totality, and he is Brahman. So that which benefits him, you can say, but him is nothing but not a local guy. We are talking about totality, and that we call it loka kalyanam, that which benefits the whole world. 14. Kwa mohaha kvacha va vishvam, kwa mohaha kvacha va vishvam, kwa tadhanam kwa muktata, kwa tadhanam kwa muktata, sarva sankalpasi mayam vishyantasya mahatmanah. Together. Kwa mohaha kvacha va vishvam, kwa tadhanam kwa muktata, sarva sankalpasi mayam vishyantasya mahatmanah. So ka mohaha, what is delusion? Here he is asking a question from the point of a jiva, or one who wants to realize, or one who is trying to realize. All these, the words and all these statements, oh, he is deluded, or he was deluded, or I am deluded, all these things are only applicable at a jiva level. From the point of Brahman, there is no delusion, there is nothing of anything. And one who has realized, he also doesn't have any notion that this is, I am deluded. So where is delusion? What's delusion? And where is delusion? Kvacha va vishvam, where is this world? So world itself is not seeing, or doesn't see the world. He sees, at the same time he doesn't see. How is that? Because he sees the plurality, he sees the world, but also he sees these are only mithya, not real. It's only apparent, and because he's seeing the, or recognizing the substantive aham, or the Brahman. That substantive is always conscious of. Therefore, whatever sees the world becomes an expression of Brahman only, and nothing different from Brahman. it becomes a vibhuti of the Lord only. So therefore, sarvam Kvachava Vishwam. So where is the world, or what is the world? And there is no separate world from him. Kvatat Hanaha. And what is the renunciation? I have to give up. What can he give up? Because if he is a Brahman, there is really nothing he can give up. But there is nothing also to be given up also, because he is Brahman, there is nothing other than Brahman. What's given up is only already given up, because he has, the giving up is a wrong notion about the world is real and therefore I am a local entity and the world is different from me. All that are already given up, and therefore by right understanding, so once this is Aham Brahmasmi, then everything is within me only. So Sarva Bhutastam Atmanam, Sarva Bhutani Chamatmani. All beings are in me and I am in every being. But at the same time, their problems do not affect me. I am independent because I am the untouched by any of that. Because they are not really real, therefore they cannot affect me. So Sarva Sankalpa Simayam. So Simayam is beyond the boundaries of all desire sankalpas and agitations, resulting agitations. So he is beyond any sankalpa. At the same time, whatever the sankalpa of Brahman is, it is done at the transaction level. We'll come to that. And Sarva Sankalpa Simayam Vishrantasya Mahatmanaha. And what is there that he has to rest now? So he is complete full, he doesn't have any agitations of any kind. The body, mind, intellect has to rest because it is working in the transactional world, and therefore it gets tired. He doesn't get tired because he is not working. So he is what? He is recognizing that I am Brahmasmi and I am not doing any work at all. But the body, mind, intellect will be continuously working, in fact vigorously working, and that body, mind, intellect gets tired also, and therefore Ishvara wants to make sure that the body, mind, intellect gets sufficient rest so that it can act again or use the body, mind, intellect also. So Sarva Sankalpa Simaya. But whenever he makes a Sankalpa for the purpose of transactional world, that Sankalpa will be, is like an Ishvara Sankalpa, where it will be done, it has to be done to the degree maximum possible, and that's what in fact my experience with the Gurudev. The Sankalpa is that everything has to be done in the order that he determines. I have several stories to tell, but anyway, we may be going out of the context. So essentially, Sankalpa is only at the transactional level. At the absolute level, there is no Sankalpa. Sankalpa means that I have to do this, I have to do this, all those determinations. So B15, the sloka 15. Yena Vishwamidam Drushtam, Yena Vishwamidam Drushtam, Sanasti iti karoti vai, Sanasti iti karoti vai, Nirvasana kim kurute, Nirvasana kim kurute, Pasyannapi na pasyati, Pasyannapi na pasyati. Together, Yena Vishwamidam Drushtam, Sanasti iti karoti vai, Nirvasana kim kurote, pasyannapi na pasyati. So yena, by whom, idam vishwam drushtam, this universe is seen, saha na asti iti karoti vai. So by when I don't see the world, when I see the world, then the question of I am a seer, I am seen. But by whom? Idam vishwam idam drushtam saha na asti iti karoti vai. May not dismiss this is not real or exist. So for him, na asti iti. So there is no reality for him. Therefore there is no action to be done. For the one who does not see anything, sees oneness that pervades everything. There is no to be done, not to be done, should be done, could be done. All those things are not there. And for him, nirvasanaha kim kurute. He doesn't have any desires of his own because he has no vasanas. So vasanas are subtle impressions in the mind, and that impressions will express itself in terms of desires at the intellect level and the agitations at the mind level and actions at the body level. That is the hierarchy. If there is no vasanas, then there is no self-centered desires, therefore there is no self-centered agitations, and therefore there are no self-centered activities. And if there is no zero vasanas, there is no self-centered zero, the desires will be there, there are no activities at that level, and there is no the actions or agitations. And what is there is only the actions and desires of the Lord, because one gets emptied and the Lord will fill it up. And what is there is only the Ishvara Sankalpa, and therefore actions are done by the Ishvara only, or propelled by the Ishvara. So Nirvasanam Kim Kurute, what is there for him to do? So there is nothing, but does not have any desire for it to do anything. Pasyannapi napasyati, because he sees the world, at the same time he doesn't see the world. This is called contradictions. Contradictions are possible because from one level of the reference he doesn't see, from the other level of reference he sees. So from the point of locality where from the point of the BMI, the body mind intellect, he sees the world, and since the body mind intellect is alive, we think that Swami or the realized person is seeing, is acting and all that. But the person has realized that Aham Brahmasmi, and from that person, from that reference state, from Brahman, there is no difference of any kind, and he doesn't see. So therefore, it is Pasyannapi na pasyate. One sees but does not see. Same thing, Kurvannapi na kurute. So the one he does, at the same time he does. That's what Krishna calls it. Says that who sees himself is a not doer when doing is going on. So that is essentially a realized soul. We do 16 now. Yena drushtam param brahma, yena drushtam param brahma, soham brahmeti chintayed, soham brahmeti chintayed, kim chintayati nischintaha, kim chintayati nischintaha, Didiyam yo na pasyati, Didiyam yo na pasyati. Together, Yena drushtam param brahma, soham brahmeti chintayet. The kim chintayati nischinta, Didiyam yena pasyati, Didiyam yo na pasyati. So, Yena drushtam param brahma. So, one by whom Supreme Brahman is seen, that means by whom the Param Brahma is drushtam, one who has realized that Aham Brahmasmi. It's not seeing like an object, it is recognition that Aham Brahmasmi is the only seeing there. Seeing means understanding. I hope you see what I am saying. It means that is understood, that because he cannot say Brahman. So Aham Brahmasmi, who understood, that is Yena drushtam param brahma. Soham brahmeti chintayet. So he chintayet, he recognizes here chintayet that I am Brahman. That means I am the supreme. So that is what he until he recognizes, he has to meditate on that. But once you have kim chintayeti nischinta, so one who is seeing Brahman as though it is something to be gained, then he has to meditate. That's how you can interpret that. So, Yena drushtam param brahma, soham brahmeti chintayet. I am Brahman has to be chintayet. That means he has to meditate that Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi is not a repetition of mantra. It is to be recognized. Who? By whom? One who has not yet recognized. That means who has knows that this has to be recognized. He has drushtam. He has known that this is Brahman or I am Brahman is understood by study of scriptures, but he has not recognized that Aham Brahmasmi yet. He knows that Aham Brahmasmi, but not recognized fully. For him, he has to meditate. That's why Srotavyaha, Mantavyaha, then comes Nididhyasitavyaha. You have to listen to scriptures, and if your mind is already prepared, listening is enough. But if not prepared, then mantavyaha, you have to go reflect on it, then you may be able to see. But if you are not, even after that, you are still going after objects for satisfaction, that means you have not recognized that Aham Brahmasmi, then you have to meditate on it. Aham Brahmeti Chintaye. Kim Chintayati Nischetyaha. One who has realized that I am Brahman, then what is there for him to meditate? Meditation only to realize, but he has already realized. Therefore, there is no question of meditation. Dvitiyam Yona Pasyati. One who sees no duality. Because meditation is meditator, meditated, and meditation or triputi or divisions, and in the way there is no divisions at all. Ko kim jata, aham jata param jheyam akhandam khandate katham. I am a meditator and this is to be meditated on. Why are you dividing that which is indivisible, homogeneous Brahman? But the division is only at the level of where I have not yet realized, and I recognize that I have to realize. For him, meditation is required. We'll do next sloka tomorrow. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Sishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.